NCRT Science, Class 8th, Chapter 3, Force and Pressure, Module 1. Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about force. What is the meaning of force in science? What are the effects of force? Let us study some examples. A book is lying on a table. What is lying on a table? A book. And you want to read this book. What you are going to do? You are going to lift that book and bring near your eyes to read the book. Am I correct? Very good. For example, you put an effort and start pushing the book or pulling the book. You are applying an effort. This effort is called force. So what is force? Force is an effort of push or pull on an object. What is force? Force is an effort of push or pull on an object. Let's come to another example. You have doors in your rooms. Does the door automatically opens? No. You have to either pull or push the door. Then only it opens. What you are applying on the door? You are applying an effort. So what is this effort called? This effort is called force. So what is force? Force is an effort of push or pull on an object. You must be playing football in the school or in the park nearby. Do you play football or not? What do you have before you? You have a football and you have to kick the football to go for a goal. Am I correct? What you are doing on the ball? You are kicking the football. What you are doing in this activity? You are basically applying your effort. What is this effort called? Again, since you are pushing the football, this effort is called force. So what is force? Force is an effort of push or pull on an object. So now you must have understood. What do you mean by force in science? Let us now discuss the effects of force. You have a book lying on a table. What is the status of this book lying on the table? It is at rest. Now you start pushing or pulling this book. In other words, what you are doing? You are pushing or pulling this book. You are applying an effort. What is this effort called? This effort is called force. In other words, you are applying force on this book lying on the table. Correct? What happens to the book? The book starts moving. What has made this book to move? Your force. In other words, your force has made the object, that is the book, to move. So what is the first effect of force? Force can cause motion in an object at rest. Let us study another example. A chair is in front of you. This chair is in position what? It is in resting position. Now you apply force on this chair. What you will see? On applying force on the chair, you will see the chair starts moving. It means force can move a resting chair. So what is the effect of force here? The effect of force here is that your force has moved a resting chair. In other words, force can cause motion in an object at rest. Let us understand this effect of force with another example. In your childhood, you must have played with a toy car. A toy car has a big long thread which you need to pull to make the toy car move. You must have enjoyed playing with this toy car. Let us understand what makes the toy car to move. Initially, the toy car is in the position of rest. But when you pull the thread, the toy car starts moving. What makes the toy car to move? We say that you have applied what? An effort of pulling. And this effort in science is now called what? Force. So what is force doing in this case? The force in this case makes the toy car move. So what is the effect of force here? Force can cause motion in an object at rest. Force can cause motion in an object at rest. One more example. You must be using cycle to move from one place to another. When a cycle is at a parking point, it is at position of what? It is at rest. But when you sit on the bicycle and start pedaling, what happens to the cycle? The cycle starts moving. What you have done on this cycle? You have applied force. With the result, the cycle starts moving. So what is the effect of your force on the bicycle? The effect of force on the cycle is that it has now brought into motion. In other words, force has made the cycle to move. So what is the effect of force here? The effect of force here is force can cause motion in an object at rest. So from different examples, you have seen here that force can cause motion in an object at rest. Think of 5 more examples in your day-to-day life, in your surroundings, where your force has made an object to move. Let us understand more about this effect. Is it necessary that a force always makes a body at rest to move? In other words, do your force make a body which is at rest to move? Not necessary. You have a wall before you. Go there and start pushing the wall. Will you able to push the wall? No. Why? Because the force you have applied is not sufficient to move the wall. Go out in the park and push a tree. Will you able to move the tree? No. Why? Because the force applied by you is not sufficient to move this tree. So what you have understood here? That it is not necessary that a force always make a body at rest to move. Understood? Let's come to the second effect of force. What is the second effect of force? The second effect of force is force can stop a moving object. You must be loving to play football. Do you play football? Very good. You must play football every day. It not only increases your physical fitness, but also a source of recreation. Now you must be seeing, when you are playing football, that your ball is always directed towards the goal post. You have kicked the ball towards the goal post. The goalkeeper will do all efforts with his hands or legs to prevent this ball to go into the goal post. What he is doing here? He is applying efforts to stop the ball from going into the goal post. Here, this effort by the goalkeeper is called what? Force. And what he has done here? He has applied force to stop the moving football to go into the goal post. So, what is the effect of force here? Force can stop a moving object. Take another example. You are moving on a cycle, and when you apply brakes, what happens to the moving cycle? We see the moving cycle stops. What you have done here? You have applied a force. Force on what? On the brakes. And because of this effort, that is force, applied by you, the cycle has stopped. In other words, force can stop a moving bicycle by applying brakes. Here, what is the effect of force? Force can stop a moving object. Let's study one more example. You take a ball and just drop on the ground. It starts rolling. But after some time, you see the ball stops automatically. Why this moving ball stops after some time? There must be some effort applied on this ball. Correct. This effort is called frictional force, which we cannot see. We will study about the frictional force in our next chapter. But here, this frictional force has stopped a moving body, moving ball. In other words, here what we have studied, force can stop a moving object. Let's revise what we have done till now. We have done two effects of force. Effect number one, force can cause motion in an object at rest. Second effect, force can stop a moving object. Understood? Yes. Think on 5 more examples where you have seen that force can stop a moving object. Discuss these 5 examples with your parents, with your friends, and also ask them to give more examples to you. Let us study the third effect of force. You must be playing cricket. Do you love to play cricket? Very nice. What you see in the game of cricket? The bowler is bowling the ball towards the batsman. If you are a batsman, what you are going to do? The ball which is coming from the bowler, you are going to hit the ball towards the boundary. What you see? The ball which is coming towards you, when you hit the ball with the bat, the direction of the ball is changed. What you are doing here? You are applying an effort in changing the direction of the ball. Am I correct? Have you understood? So what is the thing you have studied here? You have studied the third effect of force, and that is force can change the direction of the moving ball. In other words, what is the effect here? Force can change the direction of motion of a moving object. One more example. You must be playing long tennis. You have 2 players on the opposite side who are going to pass the ball to each other. For example, you are playing the game of lawn tennis with your friend. Your friend has done the service and the ball comes towards you. What you are going to do? You are going to use your racket and hit the ball back to your friend. What you are basically doing? You are hitting the ball with your racket. But in other words, you try to change the direction of the moving ball. Am I right? You applied what here? Force. What has force done in this case? The force you applied has changed the direction of the moving ball. Understood? So, what is the effect of force here? Force can change the direction of motion of a moving object. Let us study the fourth effect of force. You must be playing swing in the garden or in your school. Suppose your mother escorts you in the garden and you are asked to play swings. When you are playing with the swing, your mother is standing behind you. When you are using the swing, if your mother helps you and pushes the swing, what is going to happen? Your swing is going to move faster. Am I correct? Have you felt like that? Good. Now, if your mother wants to stop you, what she is going to do? She is going to pull the swing. And in pulling the swing slowly slows down and stops. What you have seen here? The force is applied by your mother, which is changing the speed of the moving swing. In other words, the effect of force here is force can change the speed of a moving object. Have you understood what is the effect of force here? One more example. You are riding a bicycle, and what you are doing is that you start pedaling faster by applying more force. What happens? The speed of the bicycle increases. Am I correct? Have you felt the same way that when you pedal the bicycle with more efforts, with more force, the bicycle speed increases? But when you slow down the pedaling of the bicycle, what happens to the speed of the bicycle? The speed decreases. In other words, by your efforts, you are able to change the speed of the moving bicycle. So, what is the effect you have studied here? Force can change the speed of a moving object. What can force do? Force can change the speed of a moving object. Let's come to the fifth effect of force. During the rainy seasons, you must have loved to make a paper boat and make it sail on the running water. I hope you must have enjoyed that paper boat. And for making this paper boat, what you do? You take a piece of paper and fold it to make a paper boat. What you have done here? You have applied an effort. What is the effort called in science? Force. And by this force, you have been able to change the shape and size of the paper. In other words, force can change the shape and size of an object. Take another example. You must have seen your mother in the kitchen kneading the flour to make chapatis. Have you seen it? What is she doing here? She is applying an effort or applying force in kneading flour. So you've seen here that while kneading flour, the shape is constantly changing. So what is force doing here? Force can change the shape and size of an object. Are you loving to help your mother in the kitchen? You must help your mother in doing small activities in the kitchen. Let's come to the next example. You are brushing your teeth. You take a toothpaste. You need to press or squeeze the toothpaste tube to bring the toothpaste out. Do you do the same? What are you doing here in this example? You are squeezing or pressing the tube of the toothpaste. And if when you see this toothpaste tube, you find the shape is same or different? Definitely, the shape keeps on changing. What you are doing here? You are applying an effort. And this effort has made what? It has changed the shape of the toothpaste tube. So what is the effect here? Force can change the shape and size of an object. What has force done? Force can change the shape and size of an object. You have studied many examples. Let us quickly revise the 5 effects of force. Effect number 1, force can cause motion in an object at rest. 2, force can stop a moving object. 3, force can change the direction of motion of a moving object. 4, force can change the speed of a moving object. 5, force can change the shape and size of an object. Now let us understand how force is measured. You know, we measure length in meters. We measured temperature in degrees Celsius. We measured mass in kilogram. So let us understand how is force measured. The SI unit of force is Newton. What is the SI unit of force? It is Newton. Now, if you ask me, what is 1 Newton equal to? What you do, you take 100 gram weight on your palm. What you have taken on your palm? 100 gram weight. You are going to experience a force on your palm. Am I right? That force which you are experiencing when you are keeping 100 gram weight on your palm, that is equal to 1 Newton. So understood what 1 Newton is? Keeping 100 gram weight on your palm, that force you are experiencing is called 1 Newton. Now can you tell me that if you put 200 gram weight on your palm, how much force you are going to experience? Right, 2 Newton. So what is the SI unit of force? The SI unit of force is Newton. And how do we denote it? We denote this Newton by the letter N, capital N. Understood? Well, this unit, what you have studied? You have studied the definition of force in science, the 5 effects of force, and the SI unit of force. I hope you must have enjoyed learning about force. Now let us do the following exercises given in this unit. Make sure that you must do this exercise by writing in your notebook. So let's start doing our exercise.